approached traditional funerals to actually organise Dad's arrangements, to the point that Dad selected his coffin, did all the arrangements. So his funeral was planned by traditional the way Dad wanted it. And then when Dad died in the April of 1990, took a phone call to traditional funerals to say that Dad had passed away, and they took all the arrangements completely off our hands. As a family, we were able to grieve properly. We were able to move on with getting Dad transported up to Bundaberg, which is where he wanted to be.
I've been a funeral director for 15 years. At a time of loss, everybody experiences grief. I really have noticed a difference between families that have lost a loved one that have pre-arranged the funeral and those that have not. When a family has pre-arranged their funeral and they know what their loved one wanted and they have the information down, it enables them to grieve together as a family.
Look, the reason most people want to pre-arrange is twofold really. Firstly, it relieves their families of that burden of having to make those difficult decisions at the time, and also if you're putting money into a funeral fund, your family doesn't have to worry about the money at the time because we take care of that once you've invested it into the fund.
Traditional took on everything for us because it was the first one in our family to have passed away. So although I'd worked in aged care for many years as a director of nursing, I'd actually hadn't had to deal with that aspect of things. And so I was actually able to grieve for Dad. And I didn't have the emotional aspects of trying to organise a funeral on top of that. But my husband's going to have a funeral the way he wants it. I know I'm going to have a funeral the way I want it. That even down to selecting photos to put in, that these are the photos we want. This is the music we want. Traditional took on everything for us. It was a real bonus to have them on board with me.